we will be looking at Let Me Die Alone by John Kolosa Kargbo. In this video, we are going to look at the background of the text, the background of the playwright, the summary of the text, and also the analysis of the text. We will also discuss the themes, mention the characters and the characterization. The play Let Me Die Alone is written by John Kolosa Kargbo. John Kolosa Kargbo is a dramatist, an African dramatist from Sierra Leone. He has written a lot of plays, and he was in asylum in Nigeria till his death in 2010 or 12 that he died. He has written a lot of play in his own language, in the Sierra Leonean language, and also some of them were written in English. Let Me Die Alone is one of his major plays that has a universal influence. And in this play, when he wrote this play, he was being criticized by the government of Sierra Leone, the then government of Sierra Leone, and then he has to run to Nigeria to take solace. And his play has been staged in many universities in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, Ahmadu University, OAU, University of Ile-Ife, Awolowo University, and several other universities and the world globally. So Let Me Die Alone is an advocacy for feminism in Africa, and also to expose the social ills against women and the gender roles influenced by tradition in Africa. So let's look at it gradually and see. Okay, the play is about a female chief called Madam Yoko. Madam Yoko he has been married to chiefs. He married to a chief, the chief died, and then he got married to Chief Banya as number 38th wife of Banya. And so when Banya married her, she became the favorite wife. And as she became the favorite wife, Banya always wanted to have a conjugal affair with her, even when she was busy directing the Sunday dancers, which project the culture of the Seneun chiefdom. But despite that, the husband wanted her and then dragged her to the inner room, and they were having playing together when the messenger of the Governor Samuel came and delivered a message to Chief Banya that he will be coming to Seneun in the following day. So the play, so when Samuel came in the following day, he accused Banya of influencing and supporting war between two brothers. So before we go into the summary fully, I also want you to note the background of the text carefully. You know, this text, in some African traditional society, it is difficult to have a female monarch. And some of them attribute it to gender roles of women being married by men and shouldn't be put in ahead of men. So to some of them is abomination. And we also saw it in the play that people like Musa and Lamboy believes that enthronement of Madam Yoko is an abomination. So in attempt to stop Madam Yoko, they try all they could to make sure the people do not accept Madam Yoko as their new chief after the death of Chief Banya. But yes, the people accepted her. And when the people accepted her, in attempt to impose patriarchy, to impose male chauvinism, they tried to make Madam Yoko a man by taking her to the borough court, initiating her into the borough court, and informing her that she is never going to give birth again. Because whoever joined the borough court, a child cannot pass in between the leg of that person. And Madam Yoko is the first woman to be part of the court. It is an elite court dominated by men. So Madam Yoko became the paramount ruler of the Seneun chiefdom. In Africa, we have a different type of traditional leadership. We have kingdom governed by king. We have emirate, which is governed by an emir. We have chiefdom governed by chiefs. And in several African countries, we can see areas that are governed by chief, like in Sierra Leone, in the southeastern part of Nigeria, also where the place is dominated by the Igbos. Most of the communities are being governed by chiefs also. So when the community or the area is being governed by a chief, we refer to it as chiefdom. And this chiefdom, the Seneun chiefdom, is located in the southern province of Sierra Leone. And Kolosa Kargbo was trying to portray the experiences of women in African traditional society and at large the treatment of women in a male-dominated communities. So we see the background of the text, that the text is an African play portraying the female matriarchy, portraying the treatment of women and how some women eventually succeeded in their quest to lead, in their quest for equality of gender, in their quest to govern Africa, in their quest not to be relegated to the kitchen alone. So this play also is a protest against patriarchy, against male domination, against the traditionally defined role of women, where women are relegated to the background, to kitchen, to the other room, as one president said. So it is very, very important to note that the play is not just a portrayal of the tradition of the African society, especially the southern province of Sierra Leone, but also portray the protest, the emergence of feminism in traditional African society, and how women fought so hard to the point of losing their own life to make sure that women are given equal rights, are given prominence, are treated equally with men in the society. So we saw that the major character in this play, Madam Yoko, lost her life in protesting, in fighting for the right of the women, and in fighting for equal, fair hearing when an issue happened between a man and a woman. You note that in this play, we have already done a video on it also, which is on in this channel. So you search for it and get it. In this play, Madam Yoko, after getting married to Chief Banya, was a favorite wife. You can imagine a chief having 30 wives. The family size is unimaginable. But we see that the chief, that is Chief Banya, loves Madam Yoko more than every other woman, and made Madam Yoko the head of the Sunday dancer. The Sunday dancer is the group of dancers in the chiefdom that project the culture of the people, that project the tradition of the people. through dancing, through singing. Some of their songs are reference to their heroes, in the past, are praise to the king, are praise to former king, are praise to the value of their culture. So we see that being made a head, she was also nursing the ambition of becoming a chief. Though Chief Manya was having Undapi in the mind to give the throne to him when he dies, because Undapi is the chief warrior, and that time it was a war time. So Chief Manya was skeptical of a woman leading Seneng chiefdom at the time of war, because there's a possibility of the woman being defeated by other chiefdom. So he wanted to put Undapi as the chief. But what happened that when Chief Manya was beaten by the soldiers, by the colonial soldiers, by the soldiers that accompanied the Governor General, Governor Samuel Rowe, he was unconscious. And as he was unconscious, Lamboy and Musa have already planned to eradicate Chief Manya. And the purpose is to become the king, because Lamboy wanted to be the king. Not that Lamboy is a brother to Madayoko. So in the process of trying to care for the chief, which Chief Manya thought both Lamboy and Musa were caring for him, they administer poisonous herb to him, and he was dying. And as he was dying, at the point of death, Madayoko entered, and he pronounced Madayoko as the new chief of Seneng chiefdom. And a lot of protests from Musa, from Lamboy, they tried both physical and spiritual to make sure Madayoko is disgraced from the throne. So this play, there is something unique about this play that I want you to note. This play, the Hamashiach, the tragic flaw in this play is trust. No, this is surprising, having trust as a tragic flaw. No, in Shakespearean plays and in some of the classical plays, the tragic flaw of a hero, of a tragic hero, has to be a negative influence, a negative habit. But you see, in this play, the tragic flaw is trust. Because Chief Manya trusts Lamboy and Musa very well, and he left himself for them to administer treatment to him so that he will get well, not knowing that what they were giving to him was poison. And at the same time, towards the end of the play, you will also understand that even the tragic flaw of Madayoko is also trust. Because when he was going to Moyamba to go and install new chief, he handed over the throne to Lamboy, not knowing that Lamboy was digging for her own grave. Lamboy was looking for a way to eradicate her and become the next chief. So we saw in the play that Madayoko, when he ascended the throne, joined the borough court, he began to fight war. Why? She wanted to expand the territory. In the traditional African society in Sierra Leone at that time, if you are a chief and you fight another chiefdom and you win, what will happen is that their chief will run to an exile or probably be killed, and then the people will come under your they will become your subject. They will pay homage to you, and in the traditional way of paying homage, they will give you some of their harvest, their corn, their yam, and other crops and other things they planted in the land. So, and sometimes it can even be money. You can also give money to the chief or whoever is the head, the traditional head. So we saw that Madayoko, after fighting for the right of the women and succeeded in becoming the king, in the chief of Seneng province, she also please the colonial government, because the colonial government came with a policy that they are going to impose tax on the people. And the people were protesting that no, we do not call for this government. This government, the colonial government, imposes itself on us. Why are you telling us to pay money to run the government? There should go. But you see, Madam Yoko was skeptical and as if was afraid of confronting the colonial government, tried to excuse herself by going to Moyamba and then did not attend to the protest of the people against tax by the colonial government. So we saw that Lamboy and Musa planned very, very well for Madayoko. And they plan to kill Geneva, this daughter of Ndapi and Jilo. Geneva is like a child celebrity in the Senem chiefdom. She was always in the palace. The chief and every other person loves Geneva very well. And as a result of that, Musa and Lamboy wanted to kill her and lay their allegation on Madam Yoko, so that Madam Yoko, the people we dislike Madam Yoko and probably fight her and remove her. So they killed Geneva, and after killing Geneva, Lamboy and Musa now said, because Musa is the chief priest, is the chief of the local shrine that the people worship. So he lied that the people, that the shrine have revealed to him that it was Madam Yoko that killed Geneva for spiritual strength, to fortify herself. So before Madam Yoko returned from Tayama, there was already a gang up against her. They wanted to kill her. They wanted to destroy her. And a lot of things began to happen. The people were fighting her. Even when she decided to go for swearing in the Borough court, Lamboy and Musa don't want her to swear, because they say the gods have already revealed. But eventually when she swore, it was revealed by the Borough court that it was Lamboy and Musa that are responsible for the death of Geneva and for the evils that betide the Senegal chiefdom. And then they ran to exile. They ran away from the community. And I want you to note that Gbanya ruled from Senegal. Senegal is a province, and also there is a particular village called Senegal in the Senegal province. And when Chief Madam Yoko became the new chief, she moved the headquarters from Senegal to Moyamba, an attempt to develop another village in the Senegal province. So in this play we have a lot of characters. We have Chief Banya, Madam Yoko, Undapi, Jilo, Lansana, Lavalai, the servants of the chief, and several other characters which we are going to discuss extensively. But today, we will stop here today. In our next lesson, we will be looking at the themes, we'll be looking at the characterization, and we will also be looking at the struggle of women in African traditional society in the context of this play, Let Me Die Alone. And we'll also look at the literary devices used in this play. So it is good you subscribe to this channel so that when the new videos, the other videos are uploaded, you will get notified. And now look at these action words, and why is this text relevant to present day society? Because even today we are still facing the fight for gender equality in Africa and in the world. We are still facing the challenges of who should be a leader when the throne or the seat is vacant. We are still facing the challenges of women being relegated to the ground, of women being fought in several areas for them to keep quiet. The story is about which African society? I told you at the beginning, it is Sarah Long. How does the main character lose her motherhood status? Because she was told that she cannot be a mother again after joining the Boro Code. How can you describe Chief Yoko, a very strong, vibrant chief? Who is responsible for the death of Chief Banya and Yoko? Lamboya Musa, of course, which jealous heart catches up with her. She committed adultery with Lansana, and it was discovered. Why is Geneva killed? Because they plan to remove Chief Madam Yoko, and then they kill Geneva in order to put the allegation on Madam Yoko. Why did the governor take such action? That is, the governor tried to devolve the distance, so to devolve the territory. Oh, it is good. Look at this. You can also do this debate on your own. Feministic ideology destroy marital homes. Argue for or against. Feminism is being commercialized and not effective. Argue for or against. So you can also do it in your private and look at the two topics and see how feminism has been treated, especially in the context of African traditional society. Does it destroy home? Does it support home? Is it commercialized? Or is it just a way of trying to defend the right of the other gender? Okay, so it is important we look at that also. If it is commercialized, you can do the debate, bringing out facts, all right? And I want you to do this on your own also. And let me die alone raises some concerns about women and leadership. What are these issues and the women's response to them? Yes, you can also attempt this question. Can men and women have equal rights in African society? Write out your opinion in the context of Let Me Die Alone by Kolosa Kargbo. Can men and women have equal rights in Africa? Especially in the context of this play, which is a traditional African society. I'm awaiting your response on the comment section. So, make sure you click the notification bell so that you will get notified when the other videos are uploaded. Thank you.